The Ministry of Education, Student Support Services Division, Guidance and Counseling Unit, Northeastern Education District presents.
Hi, boys and girls, welcome back. Today, we will be talking about Be Like a Chameleon. Now, you may be thinking, but we did this already, Miss Orr. No, this is part 2 of this session where we will be talking about adapting to transitions and more so looking at our responsibilities and methods to cope with transitions. So, we're going to have a fun game of I Spy. So, in this game, you're going to look at the picture and see how many of each image you can find. We have a ball, shells, an ice cream, we have a red umbrella, blue slippers, green umbrella, a bucket, we have a board, we have a sun, and we have sunglasses in the picture. See how many of each you can find. Count it up as quick as you can. Okay, so we're going to move on. There are 8 balls, 4 shells, 7 of the ice cream, 5 red umbrellas, as well as 5 green umbrellas, 5 blue slippers, 4 buckets, 5 of the boards, 4 suns, and 7 shades. Now that is a lot of shades in the picture. So we are moving on and talking about feeling transitions. And what did we learn last week about the chameleons and transitions? Well, the chameleons, they change color wherever they go, and their colors change based on how they feel. We covered that a transition is a change, and we face many transitions in our lives. We may feel different ways when we go through these changes, but the feelings that we have are normal. The thing is that we have to have healthy ways to deal with our feelings. So there is some responsibility when it comes to transitions that we should have. And this is a fact. As we go through change or transitions, there are or there may be added responsibilities. So let's look at the first one. If I'm moving to a new school, what would be my responsibility? Well, I would want to make new friends, and of course, it's important that I listen to my new teacher. Another thing is if I'm going up a class, my responsibility then would be understanding the new work and being a respectful student in the new class that I'm in. So we see that in the different transitions, there are changes that we may have to make to help make this transition an easier one. We also see if you get a new baby brother or baby sister, your responsibility might be helping your parents by doing chores and caring for the baby. And if you're moving into a new home, well, you know that you'll have to help in getting things organized, and you have to get to know the new neighbors and learn the new neighborhood. So there are different things that we have to do when we have transitions. If you lose a loved one, sometimes you may have to take care of your siblings and help other members of the family. So when we face transitions, some may be good and others may not be good. We have to find ways to deal with them. Don't try things that may hurt you or those that love you. You know, sometimes we may do things that are negative, that can hurt persons when we go through transitions. No, we have to try and do things that can help others. COVID-19 has brought about many changes, and there are other responsibilities that we have to do now that we never really used to do as much before. So when it comes to seeing our friends, before we would see our friends at school or we may visit them at their homes. But now, with our parents' approval and supervision, we may need to have video chats with our friends or practice social distancing when we meet with them. So your new responsibilities will be to encourage your friends to do their work even at home, and even to ask them how they are doing and feeling, because they may not be comfortable being at home all the time. Before our schoolwork, we used to do it in school and we then would go home and do our homework. But now we do schoolwork at home with our parents and our teachers working together. What would be your new responsibilities? You would have to use your time wisely, and you can use a timetable to do work throughout the week. We have to find simple and positive ways to deal with situations when they come. So, as we end off our session today, I want us to remember, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. We have to learn new responsibilities to learn how to adapt to change. So, when we are doing our evaluation, I want you to answer these questions. With every transition, there should be a responsibility for us to fulfill. True or false? Then I want you to complete this activity. Life is different now. So, as we have in the example, moving to a new class, you are going to write what the situation was before. In the example we see, I was in standard 2 with Mr. Joseph. What it is now, I am now in standard 3 with Miss James. What would be your new responsibilities? To understand the new work and be a respectful student. I want you to remember that a responsibility is what you have to do to deal with the change in a right way. So, you are going to come up with what used to happen before with playing outside, what we do now, and what are your new responsibilities, what you have to do with this change to manage it in the right way. Having a new class teacher, we're going to use that same example, what it was before, what it is now, and what are your new responsibilities. And doing your homework, what was it before COVID-19, what is it now, and how you can deal with the change in a right way. So, boys and girls, I'm so happy that you stayed throughout our session. I want you to remember that transitions happen all through our lives, but once we face it with the right responsibilities and with the help of our loved ones, we can go through these transitions in the best ways. Bye-bye.